You know what it is, LA Icon right here. We're back with another episode of the Full Community Podcast. And we have a guest that's been here before. His name is Robert GreenLight Hernandez. Sick ass fool.
How you doing? How you doing? It's good to be back. Feels good to be back. I'm glad I'm back,
Fire.
and I got a lot to say.
I bet.
I got a lot to say.
So when we last spoke, you were gearing up for, I want to tell you, like, not the championship fight, but what is it before? Like the semifinals or some shit?
Yeah, it was fighting for the number one contender.
Yep. So you're fighting for the number one contender spot and you won. How was it? How did the fight go? I mean, tap that. Bam. How did that end up going for you?
Uh, the fight went actually surprising. I prepared for a guy that I thought was not as good as he was,
hmm
but he's on his way out. Trevin Jones is a has-been, still trying to scrape by, still trying to
Damn.
make it into the UFC again. And but I should, you know what? I made the fight harder for myself because I talked so much trash to him, so much trash that he was actually training his butt. I feel like I got the best version of Trevin Jones
Ever.
ever. And he pulled up to fight. And when he pulled up to fight, I was like, in the middle, I was like, oh damn, I'm in a fight. Hold on, let me pick it up. But thankfully I got the nod. But he exposed some holes in my game. But thank you. We learn on wins. Thank you, Trevin Jones. We learn on wins. I don't make excuses. You make excuses for all your losses. You know this, the judges did, the judges that. But you need to hold yourself accountable to your mistakes.
Because from the brief little dive I did, he's saying he got robbed, basically, correct?
Yeah. Trevin Jones saying he got robbed, that the judges got paid off, and all these things. And I'm like, bro, I don't even got money like that to be paying judges. And second of all, like, I think it stings a little bit more because I said so much, and then for me to get the win, it was kind of like, damn, the bad guy won in his head,
No, absolutely. I feel it. You were talking some reckless shit, fool.
Yeah.
What would you say, just to be like on a positive note, what would you say was the best shit that he accomplished during that fight for himself?
The best stuff that I would say he accomplished was he took me down. He took me down and held me down to control time, and I wasn't ready for that type of strength. He was strong. Trevor Jones, you're a strong guy. I'll give you that, buddy. You're a strong guy, and he held me down and laid and prayed. But you can't win a fight when you're laying and praying, brother. You gotta be active. You gotta continue, progress. You were holding me down to survive. So that's what he did good.
So when you guys were on your feet, you would say that you were giving him the business?
Yes. When we were standing on the feet, I rocked him. I hit him with the opening, minute? He came in hard, and I was like, thank you. Like, this is what I've been training for. Hit him with the overhand right, rocked him, and after you know what? That's another thing I want to add. He did some dirty moves. He needed me in the.
I saw.
He needed me where I make my kids to buy some time. He was putting what do you call it? Putting his fingers, his toes on the fence, not let it. You was doing a lot of old veteran tactics to win the fight, and it didn't help you out still to this day, bro. So
Cold blooded. So what was the critics' acclaim outside of the fight besides him crying? What did the general population think about that W?
I think the general population went with what was right. I won the first and the third round, and I feel like Trevin Jones feels like he got robbed, but he has his little fans, hyping him up, giving him this false sense of reality, saying he won this fight and all that stuff. But I click on their pages, and they're all from Guam. Guam is a little, I guess you could say, a little country owned by the United States, and he has his little posse there, He's probably like a king up in there in Guam. They respect him. He's a ex-UFC fighter, sponsored by OnlyFans. He has an OnlyFans. I guess he's making his money through there, but
Fire.
he has his own little clout over there. But when you come to the States, that's the real deal. You're getting the truth here. So they can lie to you over there, but the truth will come out here in the States.
Damn, sick ass fool. Well, you took that W, became the number one contender, and now you're about to fight for the championship in about a week and a half or so, right?
Yes, I'm fighting literally in about 8 days.
Oh, so it's not even a week. You're fighting in 1 week.
Yeah, in 1 week, Saturday night.
At what point do you stop training?
You never really stop training. You just if you're not training, well, how you say this? You don't train hard. So you stop training hard. Like right now, this will be my last day of training hard, or tomorrow will be my last day of training hard. And you want to give your body a chance to rest. You're resting the body, letting your muscles recover, because you want to give a really good push on fight day. So we don't overtrain. So around Sunday, Monday, you start the decline,
Mm-hmm.
letting your muscles recover.
Kind of like a cool down on the treadmill type shit.
Yes,
So you still working, but it's chilling.
yes.
Just letting it know it's still getting worked. Don't turn down.
Yup, you gotta still activate the muscles. The muscles gotta feel good, And the last thing you want is to get tired in the second round because a lot of people, what do you call this? A lot of fighters, they're insecure with their cardio. So they feel like they got to do so much. They got to do so much, not knowing that they're hurting their body, not knowing that their body's being fatigued. And it takes more than a couple of days for you to be, your battery life to be at 100%. And when you overtrain, you're doing too much, your battery life on fight day might be at 60, might be at 70. And then you wonder why you get tired early because they're doing things the wrong way.
Psst. So it's in London?
No, it's not it's in in Manchester, England, New England.
Manchester's a great place.
Yeah, me and my girl, we've been looking, sightseeing, seeing what's going on, what to do over there while we just to get your mind off the fight.
No, absolutely.
So yeah, Manchester kind of reminded me of I don't know if you guys ever been to Portland or
I've not
Oregon,
been to Portland.
but it kind of gives me that same type of feel. And we'll see what happens.
How many days you out there for?
I'll be out there for about 6 days. But I'm not looking forward to that flight though. It's like a 12-hour flight.
12 hours is kind of crazy. My longest flight's been 6 hours.
Lucky you.
12 hours.
How was 6 hours anyways? Was it bad?
What time is your flight at?
My flight will probably be, I think, around 11:30 p.m.
That's what time you're flying out?
Yeah, 11:30 p.m.
Oh, go to sleep.
Which I will be.
You're
I
gonna
will be
try.
good. Yes.
So ideally you go to sleep. I'm not into popping melatonins or any of that type of shit.
No, yeah, no.
Definitely don't drink.
Heavens, though. Yes.
I mean, just try to go to sleep, fool. I don't know how do you go to sleep? Do you take naps easily?
No, it's hard for me to take naps. But I know, at 11 o'clock, I should be freaking
Tired.
Yeah, I should be. I'll just knock out.
Hopefully it goes that way. Are they flying you like normal or are they flying you first class?
To be honest, they gave me the tickets. I don't know if it's first class. I'm just going to pull up and we're going to F
Whatever
around and
happens.
find out. Yeah.
I respect it. Well, if it's first class, you'll have a lot more space to be a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been on a million flights at this point, so I mean, falling asleep in that little chair is a vibe. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. It's a vibe.
You could.
I mean, hopefully I don't get stuck next to some fat guy that just freaking farts all the time, or some lady that
You're not flying
stinks
with
bad.
You're not. All your team isn't flying with you at the same time.
Yes and no. So I got just my girl going, my coach going, and my brother going, and that's about it. No team, no nothing. That just them.
How many of your fights has your girl attended?
She's on. Probably she's attended probably like I have 10 pro fights, and she's attended probably 8 of them. So this is
So it's not a distraction to have your girl there.
no, to be like again, for fighters it depends on the fighter. Some fighters or their coaches would prefer not for the girl to be there because it's the distraction.
Facts.
And they don't want you doing before you get out there. They want you to stay focused. But me, on the other hand, I'm different. Again, it all depends on the fighter. I like having my girl around. She brings peace. She brings zen in when in the place where we're about to go to war soon. So
I'm not mad at it. That's cool. Did she be frantic in the corner like, bang?
you know what? I she does record when I see like her videos like after the fight, like I see she'd be, you know, super fangirl in it, and it's cool to see. It feels
Fuck him
good.
up.
Yeah, exactly. And
No, no.
I think last time she started a chant, "Green Light Rock, Green Light Rock." So and she had like everyone going saying things. So
That's fire.
yeah, that's cool. And that's when I'm like, when I see those moments when I'm obviously fighting, and I look back at the memory of the whole event, and then I see things like that, I'm like, damn, man, I appreciate you. Like, it makes me like, damn, look at her with more admiration. Like,
That's
dang.
right. Um, what's your game plan? Who you fighting?
So I'm fighting this. Oh my gosh, this guy named Liam Gittins. He's a little short guy. You know, he dyes his hair pink for fun. He's confused a little bit. Um, he does splits. I don't know.
Can
He
you do the
does a whole
splits?
bunch. You know what? To be honest, that's a talent. I can't do it. But the way he did it came off too cringy. On top of that, having pictures of pink hair. I just, you know, as a fighter, you look at your other fighter and you get to break him down. And I broke him down, and this guy's a weirdo. Like he's, you know, he's a little bit weird.
What's
So
his record?
his record is I think 12-4. He's 12-4. He lost 4 times, and he's about to lose again.
The agony of defeat is a very peculiar feeling, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. He understands defeat and the game plan. I don't want to leak too much of the game plan,
Absolutely not.
but I will say this: I'm coming in to finish him. I got 5 rounds to do it. You know, I work with a training lab and Coach Cal, and he's trained with nothing but world champions. And you know, he just did a podcast. I just heard it recently, and he was talking about his fighters, and he was like, none of these guys have ever been through what my fighters go through. I make my fighters go through the ringer. I put them through. Basically saying like he makes them. He pushes us to a realm where he. I like how he said it. He said, "I make these fighters reach down their. I reach down these fighters' throats, get their soul, and pull it out, and then now they're face to face and look at themselves for what they are, and they get to see like, are you a bitch, like, or are you gonna be in there in the gutter in the trenches doing the work?"
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he does in his garage. So once I start hearing that, I start getting inspired, and I'm like, damn, wait.
I'm one of those
Like,
fighters.
I'm one of those guys. What am I doing? I should be pushing the pace too.
Mm-hmm.
So he inspired me, and that's what I'm about to do. Liam Giddens, I'm about to push that pace on you, bro. I'm about to put that 5 round pace on you. Let's see if you could keep up. Let's see if you drown. Because I know I'm not drowning. I'm dragging you to deep waters.
What are some things that what are some attributes of his that you're looking to stop?
I just see this like when I break him down, you know, every time I get put like a fighter, I look at a fighter that Cage Warriors is trying to build, or I
Mm-hmm.
look at fighters and I look at their styles, and then I look at my fights. I look at their fights and I see what I could do to them, how I could beat them, and then after I do that, I look at myself with their skill set, what they could do to me. Every time I watch Liam Giddens fight, I get more excited. I get more confident, and then it kind of comes off cocky a little bit because I just I'm gonna outclass him. Like we could go anywhere. We could go. I'll give you. I will start with you on my back, and I still win. I got room to make 20 mistakes in this fight and still win the fight. I just feel that confident,
Mm-hmm.
and I just feel like Liam Giddens is. He's gonna find out. You know, he's gonna find out the real deal. You know, California, all the best fighters train in California. If you come to California or you in the gyms, you come to the gyms, the high level gyms. it's a freaking what do you call it? A melted pot. You got English dudes, you got Brazilians, you got
You got
dudes from
everybody.
Russia. Everybody comes here because this is the mecca of training right here in California. I've been exposed to some high level fighters. This guy Liam Giddens has been exposed to whatever he's been exposed to. He don't have the qualities. He don't got it. And Cage Warriors about to find out. I'm looking for a finish.
What part of politics plays into the fights and matchmaking and shit like that?
Um, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. At the end of the day, the politics part of it is Cage Warriors. It's an Irish company based in English territory, and they branched out to Italy. They branched out to all of Europe. They came to the United States to branch out because they're looking for the next USA superstar. And they were building other guys, but the other guys were losing. I came into the picture. I just kept winning. Kept winning. Oh, give him a mic. Give him a mic. Let's see if he's good with with his personality. Oh, we like this guy. That we could put this guy all over, the UFC Fight Pass page. We could do something with this guy's personality. So as far as the politics, Cage Warriors came to the USA to find a superstar, build a star, and I happen to be that guy. So now they're flying me out to go fight their British champion, and I'm the product of what they were looking for. So I earned it,
Mm-hmm.
And as far as politics, like they were building other guys, but they lost. But me, I just kept winning, 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 winning. So I earned it.
I respect it. They told you that the fans are particular over there. Die
Yeah.
hard.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, the fans over there and well, obviously, if you go look at the soccer game, the football games, uh, they're very passionate fans right there in the soccer field. So it's much worse in the fight world because these fans like I've been watching tape, and when these fighters walk out, they're getting flipped off. They're saying you suck. Like they're so passionate that like they even told me like, hey Rob, you can't even bring a flag out there. No flags. No, you can't represent no country because for the safety of me, for the safety of the security. Because if I come out there with a Mexican American flag, it's over. I might not make it to the cage, or I might not make it back to the locker room.
That's kind of crazy, no?
That is crazy. And then I have a teammate. He was telling me that British fans they killed an American. They murdered an American for that same reason. I forgot what I'm butchering a little bit. The story's a little bit unclear. Oh, if it was a soccer field or if it was a rugby, I don't know. But he said that they killed an American fan over there. So he's
My
like,
boy don't want to repeat.
exactly. This time I don't want it to be the me. So I respect the decision. I'll still yell out America. I'll still yell out a 100% Mexicano. So we'll see what happens.
Any worries about traveling or being out there or anything like that, or it's all easy going?
Nah, yeah, it's all easy going. You know what? This will be my first time flying out. I never been out of the country. I mean, I've been to Mexico and Tijuana, but that's just Mex. That's still in a way kind of
Continental.
yeah. So this will be my first time flying out of the country, going to a new culture, meeting these people that I probably would have never met in my entire life. And here I am crossing paths with them. And for the first time, they're going to look at me like, who the kicks is this little Mexican right here? Like, what, you Mexican? Like, what? So it's going to be a culture shock. I'm looking forward to this new experience. I'm looking forward to, the whole what UK is about.
I feel it.
And I'm trying to go see Hogwarts too. Shoot.
Is that over there?
Yeah, Hogwarts is over there.
In Manchester?
No, and it's in London. But if you take the train, it's like a 2 hour.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
I think it's worth it.
I'm trying to see what Harry Potter was doing.
I'm not mad at
I'm
it.
trying to see what Wingardium Leviosa, what that's all about. I'm trying to see what that's all about in Hogwarts. So that's something I will be looking forward to. You know, they have when you look at it, they have some pretty interesting historical things there.
No, absolutely, they absolutely do, especially in London and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Buckingham Palace, all that shit.
I'm trying to have tea with the royal family.
That'd be a fire thing to happen. To be honest,
Yeah, for
well,
real.
it'd be fire if you get a reaction from one of the guards. You know, the gate
Oh
guards.
yeah, those the big old
Hmm.
helmets and stuff.
That's just crazy. But nah. So, what do you think? I don't think I asked you this. What would you say is your best move that you like have in your arsenal?
So a lot of people now they're claiming that I'm a well-rounded fighter, and which I am a well-rounded fighter. Like I could compete with you anywhere, grappling, striking. I could compete with you, but my best attributes, and I'm just saying it out loud because I could say these things. I'm gonna let you know my weapons right now, Liam Giddens, and you still not gonna stop them. I got a nice overhand. My counter ability is I have a really good counter ability. I got shot selection, and I like to play Matador, I like to, when you play the Matador, you have the red little flag or the red carpet, and then the bull comes. Liam Giddens is like a bull. He's going to be coming at me, and I'm going to be playing the little red stuff,
Olay.
and he's going to run into a right hand. He's going to run into a left hook. He might run into an uppercut. He might run into a takedown. Who knows? It's whatever presents itself. So I just feel like my counter ability is what sets me apart, and I'm smart. I got a good IQ. My IQ. I know when to use these techniques, when not to use them, and I know how to save my energy. I know how to save it. But like I said, after hearing that podcast with Coach Cal, I'm like, why am I saving it? I got enough to spend. He can't keep up. If I spend it, he's going to be spending it too. But I've been in
But
the
you have
trenches.
more
I
to
know
take.
what it feels like. I'm looking at myself like I ain't no BRTCH. I'm dragging them to the deep waters. I'm telling you.
And let's say you do get the W and you bring the title back home. Will you be able to defend it here, or are you gonna have to go back over there?
Oh heavens, no, no, no. Once I win this belt, they got to come to me. I ain't going nowhere. They coming to my home turf. I'm letting them know who Big Daddy Rob is. Yeah, this is my hometown. This is GreenLight, homie.
Sick ass.
You ain't gonna take this belt from me. I'm taking it from him. So yeah, we'll be defending it. But then again, you never know because the UFC might call too. So it's one of those things where like if you put on a great performance, the UFC is gonna be like, hey, we want you on our card. If you put on like an okay performance, then I probably would be defending. Eventually, the UFC is gonna call one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna keep on winning. Like one thing I do know how to do is win. Whether people like in the fashion I won, whether it was boring to them, whether it was sometimes exciting, I'm gonna secure
win is
my
a
dub.
win.
I'm gonna secure it. At the end of the day, you still talking about. At the end of the day, I'm still climbing the ladder. At the end of the day, yeah, there's dudes that probably have like I don't know, like first round finishes and stuff, but then they got like 4 losses because of that same type of tactics. You got to be smart in this game. You gotta take the right fights. You got to know when to push, who to push with, or push the gas on. So like, I feel like with Liam Giddens, I could do a lot and get away with it. So
I'm gonna have to YouTube this fool and see if it's bad. It sounds bad.
look, you know what? It's crazy. This is how I know God is real. All right. When I say it's God's plan, like He blessed my career so much because this guy wasn't supposed to be the champion. His teammate was supposed to fight for the belt. Fight this guy named Reese McEwen. Nathan Fletcher was supposed to fight this guy named Reese McEwen. Nathan Fletcher got hurt. Now Nathan Fletcher. I'll give him his roses. He's decent. So Cage Warriors looking for a fighter who to call. We got our the sucky guy. The guy the warm up round guy. We got him. So they called him up, and he ended up fighting for the belt. And the other guy, he just fumbled the bag. Like he just lost to Liam Giddens, and Liam Giddens ended up getting the belt, and it was by surprise. I feel like everyone got surprised. And you telling me this is the guy I got to fight now? This is thank you, Lord
I
Jesus. This is gonna be an easy fight in my eyes. In my eyes, I
feel it.
believe so.
Well, I don't think I need to talk about that fight anymore because I feel like you're very confident and it's him. You know what I'm saying? So I feel it. But with that being said, to flip the script, what did you think about today? Today is today.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not dropping it today, but today's today.
yeah.
Today, Anthony Joshua KO'd Francis Ngannou. Thoughts?
Ah, man. Stylistically, Anthony Joshua he's a heavy hitter. I feel like stylistically that was a bad matchup for Francis Ngannou.
Mm-hmm.
Francis Ngannou is an MMA fighter crossing over to boxing. He did really well with Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury is one of those, stylistically Tyson Fury is like a boxer. He moves around and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. He lets you. So I feel like Ngannou did so well with Tyson Fury that we all gave him this respect in the boxing game. And when he fought another top heavyweight, that's the result you get.
Because realistically speaking, he did okay against Fury. We're just giving him the benefit that he did actually okay.
Okay, yes.
And that's because Tyson maybe didn't even, I mean, according to whatever, he didn't really even train. So he just went in there and did his thing, which I could see happening. You know what I'm saying? Was it that? I don't know. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But
No, yeah. I mean, that's the excuse he gave, but I just feel like stylistically it was just a bad matchup for him. He got dropped and he got shook it for the rest of the fight, and he wasn't trying to deal with that power anymore. But Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, was like, come on, what's good? I know I can hit harder. I know I can land it first. Boom, dropped him, done, flatlined. He got his money.
all I saw was the highlight clip of the knockout. I haven't
Yeah,
seen the rest of the fight.
I mean, it's 2 rounds. Was it really a fight?
It was 4 minutes, 5, something like
yeah,
that.
sounded like yeah, exactly. So I guess it was a 5-minute fight. I
Was
guess
it cool?
I didn't see it, to be honest. I didn't
All
see
you
it
saw
either.
was the clip too.
All I saw was the clip too. So when I seen that, I was just like, well,
That knockout was nasty business.
that, those are
It almost looked fake.
exactly for real. It almost looked like, wait, what? It just looked like it just happened.
I had to look at the clock and it was like at 20 seconds or some stupid shit like that. Something like that. I
Yeah,
could be
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. So this is what I'd like to tell all the fighters. This is what I want to take to the fighters. Like, they want highlight reels. That was a highlight reel. That is getting plastered all over the social media. So if you're a fighter and you want to win your fights, winning is one thing. Find a recipe to win. But now that you got that settled, and I'm learning this right now, they want finishes. They want highlight reels. They want violence. So you got to find the in between where you could still win a fight, but still be as exciting and try to get this highlight reel, because that's what the promotions are looking for.
Yeah, no one wants a Mayweather victory. They want
They want
brutal.
action.
Yeah, they want brutality.
They want to use that clip for your next hype video when you have another fight sign, and they want to keep doing that. And that's how the game works. On top of that, personality. They want a personality. If you don't got a personality, nowadays we're reaching a point where it's becoming a little bit more WWE. And if you want to go that route, go ahead. You got Henry Cejudo, the king of cringe. He wasn't the king of cringe before. He was just a freaking regular Joe, average Joe. And he was about to get cut. He didn't like the way his money was. So guess what he did? He became a personality. Chael Sonnen, about to get cut, became a personality. So you got those WWE fake personalities, and then you got like the Diaz brothers. You got like the Conor McGregors. They're authentic. So if you a fighter, find how you're gonna generate entertainment outside of the fight, and building a personality is one of them.
I feel it. Who's your favorite personality in the fight game?
My favorite personality in the fight game is me, Roberto the GreenLight Hernandez. Nah, but actually my favorite personality, honestly, I like, obviously Conor McGregor is a big one. I like Kobe Covington.
Kobe's unique.
You know, he's very the MAGA hat, the whole Donald Trump. You know, I respect that. But ultimately, I like the Diaz brothers because the Diaz brothers they represent me. You know, they Mexican Americans, and they real, they authentic, and they gangster with it too. Hood mentality. So I resonate more with them than I do with all the other personalities. And like Conor McGregor too. Conor McGregor's he a fighter too. Like as much as people like to say all this stuff, like the way he hypes up the fights might be a little bit too much, but at the end of the day, it's real. He's real. When he says he gonna do something, he gonna try his best to do whatever he said. So I respect that. But you got people like Chael Sonnen, rehearse. Henry Cejudo, rehearse. Kobe Covington, I like whatever he's doing, but it was rehearsed. You know who's rehearsing their stuff and who isn't. So
I feel it. What do you think about Henry's recent loss? That was nasty.
You know, here's another thing too with the UFC. Henry Cejudo was one of those guys that made a contract with the UFC before the UFC started paying that good money. So his last fight, he got paid $150K.
His last fight,
just $150K.
$150,000 only.
That's it.
That's crazy.
And
to get sacrificed like that for $150K is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I couldn't believe it. But he was part of the old contract before he became that personality. That's why he started changing his personality so he could generate more money.
Sponsorships or what?
Sponsorships and all that stuff. But the UFC was like, nah, we're not going to change your contract. So he sat out. Henry Cejudo sat out.
So he was a dual champion making like 150 bands a fight.
Exactly.
Groundbreaking shit. Legendary shit. Will go down in the books as a legend.
Yep.
For a couple $100,000. Not M's, not nothing crazy.
You know,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is, because he tried to do a power play. His power play was, let me sit out for a year or two, maybe 3.
Oh, to stall it out.
To see if the UFC is gonna pay. And the UFC said nah. Like, so then he's like, damn, he needed to still make his money and still make a living. So it ended up on the bad note with him. But then you got people like Francis Ngannou getting paid $20 million to get knocked out like that. He's a success story. Nate Diaz fighting Jake Paul after the UFC. He got paid, what, 20 bands? Success story. So when you look at the UFC...
You mean 20 M's, right?
20 M's, yeah.
Yeah,
my bad.
Got you.
My bad. Not 20 band. My bad.
I was like, nah, he didn't mean that. Yeah.
So when you look at the UFC, you know, a lot of people are complaining about pay, you know, this and that while you're there. Like, don't look at the UFC as a place to pay you. Yeah, they're going to pay you. You're going to probably live in good, but, you know, there's a career after. There's literally a career after. They build the superstar power. You got Conor McGregor doing movies. You got Conor McGregor getting endorsements, buying whiskey. You got Dustin Poirier have his own hot sauce. There's ways, if you're smart enough, you could still generate money because of the UFC banner. So don't complain about the UFC pay. You just lazy. You don't want to put in, you don't have that hustle mentality. You have that hustle mentality while you're in there. You're going to make your money. So that's what I'm realizing right now. It's an opportunity. Like Dana White said, it's an opportunity. And the opportunity opens up so many more.
If you make the best of it, of course.
Because who doesn't want to work with a UFC fighter?
Where can I place a bet for your fight at?
Anywhere. You could go to Bovada, Bets Online, you know, the DraftKings, all the where you place
normal
bets.
Shit.
Yeah. Like my brother, when I fought this one guy named John De Jesus, I was the underdog. He put 5 bands and made 13 back.
That's fine.
On top of the 5, so it'll be 18 altogether. But like, yeah. So he said thank you, and I was like, all right, bro, what's it like? You know, cut me up something. He said, no, we good. I was like, damn, all right, whatever, bro. But yeah, so like, That's another thing too. I might be the underdog because over there in that neck of the woods is he's the champion. So hopefully, let's pray that I'm the underdog because I'm about to make everybody some hella money.
I'm gonna place a
Hella
cool
money.
little bet.
I already got people at my work too. They're like, bro, like where can we bet this? And I was like, look, bro, this is the list. You know, you go through these four, or you, because obviously every betting website has they sometimes they give you like an extra $50, extra $60. You
Type
know,
shit.
so I was like, find the right deal, man. I'm directing you to these things, but maybe you might find a better deal. You got to catch at a good time. So
So what day is the fight? Where can they watch it at? All that shit.
the day of the fight, I'll be fighting in March 16th um, on UFC Fight Pass. It's a $10 subscription. On top of that, you know, it's an 8-hour difference. So 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 p.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You know, it depends how fast the fights go. You never know how fast they go. So I'll usually say like if you like to sleep in the weekend, you wake up, make your breakfast, get your coffee, and then change the channel, and boom.
Simple as that.
Roberto the GreenLight Hernandez will be fighting, and I'll be looking to put on a great show. I'm looking to end this guy. I'm trying to get a highlight reel. I got 5 rounds to make life fair. 25 minutes with me is gonna be you're gonna be living in hell. You're gonna be living in hell. And I like to quote one thing my coach said. He said, "Drag if the guy you're gonna fight, as far as we're talking about cardio here, you're gonna drag this guy. Your cardio is so good that you could drag this guy to the first layer of hell. And if he meets you at the first layer of hell, just know that because of me working with Training Lab and Coach Cal, gave me that confidence that I could drag him to the second layer and third layer. Let's see who's gonna output who or outwork who. And yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting.
I can't wait. I'm gonna be watching, chilling early in the morning, just like you said. And I'm gonna get at you about placing this bet, G.
Yeah, it's for real.
Not even joking. But yeah, is there anything you want to leave the people with before we clock out today?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to one of my barbers, Edgar Heavy Hitters. Thank you for cutting me up. I want to give a shout out to the Cobra Kai Mikas. You know, we got a little group at the gym, and it's, you know, they be acting like Mikas with each other. So that's how that name became about. And I want to give a shout out to my daughter. You know, today's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kimberly Hernandez. Hopefully, you know, later on when you're like, I don't know, 12 years old, 15, you run into this clip, just know I love you. And happy birthday. And give a shout out to my sponsor, X Marshall. Thank you for supplying me with the gear.
Fire. Well, Manchester, 7 days. It's gonna be a vibe.
It's gonna be a whole vibe, and
sick ass.
I'm bringing that hardware back home. And another thing too, like you never know. Sometimes when it's so surreal, you're so in the moment, you're so focused that you don't even know how great of the accomplishment is sometimes until people tell you about it. People give you that energy, and then you're like, damn, you're right. I should give it this energy. So feels good. I'm excited.
Like I said, I look forward to it. Everyone check out UFC Fight Pass. It's going down 16th, March 16th?
March 16th.
March 16th in the morning. It is what it is. May the best man win.
Yes, sir.
Robert GreenLight Hernandez in the cut.
GreenLight.
We got Marlon on the boards. My name is LA Icon. This has been the Food Community Podcast. We're out of here, pals.
These